Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a personal love reading for someone who hit me up recently. They purchased a reading from my website, and I thought it was so cool that this person wrote a note at the end saying, if you can, please post this on your channel because I want other people to be able to see my reading. And maybe there's someone out there who will be helped by the messages that come through it as well. So I thought that was just so kind. And so props to this person who purchased this reading. I'm going to keep their name and their personal details anonymous, of course, for their protection. But if you have stumbled across this reading or you were curious and you clicked on it, I hope that this somehow will resonate with you. And definitely leave comments below. If you can resonate with this person and what they're going through, leave comments or just send some love to this person below. And I'm going to get right into it. And by the way, if you are interested in a reading like this, there will be information on how you can receive one as well below. So, your question. Okay. So, you were dating somebody for quite some time, and a couple of months ago, in the middle of all the crazy world events we've been having lately in 2021, they broke up with you and they barely gave you an explanation. And after that, they completely ghosted you. And so it was a really, really hard time for you. And I'm so sorry you had to go through all of that. I mean, you mentioned going through the lockdown completely alone and just feeling completely in the dark, and how this person just wouldn't text you back, wouldn't give you any explanation, wouldn't meet for closure, nothing. And now, all of a sudden, they've reached out and they've told you that they miss you, that they want to meet up and talk. And so you have some questions regarding this connection, what's going on, because you feel like as soon as you moved on, they hit you back up again. And that's usually how it is, right? That's usually how it is. As soon as you move on, you hear back from that person again. And you even mentioned that you can't help but feel relieved because this person was always the greatest boyfriend to you and was so kind, and you guys were even talking about a future together and getting quite serious before this went down. So it wasn't like anything bad happened or you guys even fought a lot or anything, or like he was a bad guy. I don't sense that either. I don't really feel that. It was just kind of a weird fluke, like a mystery. And so now you're wondering, should you go meet him? What is he feeling? What's going on with this connection? Possibilities for the future for you guys. We'll just look into all of this, okay? So let's just pull a general message to start first, just to see what Spirit has to say to you, what's coming out on the cards regarding this connection and this huge energy shift. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. I'm right away, this whole message is about him and what he's been through over the past couple months that you guys haven't been in contact. So the first message is he felt like he needed to make this decision to step away from you because he was feeling very, very insecure. I'm sensing this has something to do with a job loss. You didn't mention it, but my intuition is zeroing in right away on the fact that he got fired or got laid off from his job. And I'm seeing this is right before he broke up with you. This was a very, very, very big challenge for him. And he, quite frankly, was extremely embarrassed. And he had all these plans for his future with you. I see something about the purchasing of a property, some type of opportunity about you guys moving in together, something like that you guys were working on. He really wanted to take the next step with you. And when he lost his job, all of this just went tumbling down. And it was a huge blow to his pride and to his sense of safety and security. And so I feel like because of that, he spiraled into a little bit of a depression and didn't want you to see him like that. This is kind of like a sad example, but I've heard stories about how sometimes when animals, specifically dogs, when they are about to pass away, how sometimes they will crawl underneath a porch or something and they'll want to be alone, to die. And it's kind of like that energy of him wanting to just crawl into his cave and be alone and kind of be depressed. And he didn't want you to see him like that. He didn't want you to see him like jobless and broke and struggling and having to ask his family for money. And, just, I see like him laying in bed, like with just soda and chips and pizza boxes and playing video games and sleeping all day and awake all night, and just like very strong energy of depression. I feel like he was very afraid when he lost his job, and he's so used to being the strong one for you that he was like, I can't be the strong one for me, so I can't be the strong one for her. I can't let her see me like this. So it was definitely like in protection and in self-defense. Does that make it right that he just up and left after all the energy he had committed to you? Does that excuse him for him ghosting you and leaving with barely an explanation? No, absolutely not. But this is what I see he's been going through. Like, he really was in a deep depression. But this is good because we see this butterfly of healing and of transformation around him. And this symbolizes loyalty. Like, he really needed to be loyal to himself. He needed to focus on getting a new job and getting on his feet again. And I do see that a new opportunity has come into his life. This is a little concerning though. Is this what he's gonna do whenever things get tough, or if he loses his job again? Is he gonna run away? Is he gonna hide? Because of that shame, that guilt, or that embarrassment. Because I sense that maybe something similar happened to you with your work situation, or with, a lot of people have been affected by the world events. And I also see that this man has been there for you when you were down and out. And so that's what's hard, is you're feeling like, I wish I could have been there for him the way he was there for me. Why didn't he let me? So let's move forward a little bit. Let's see how he has been feeling about you. Like, how does he feel about you right now? What's going on with his feelings? Wow. Right off the bat, we're getting express your love. And that makes sense because he did hit you with that I miss you text and trying to schedule like you guys getting together to talk. That sounds serious to me. This says go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I do think that this guy is still in love with you. I don't see, in fact, he's really been thinking about you. He has been a mess. Yeah. This is the unrequited love card. He's worried that you aren't going to take him back. Yeah, and this is free yourself reverse. I get this card a lot when somebody wants to get out of a relationship. When someone's like, you know what, I'm ready to be single. I'm taking back control of my life. I'm going to go fly solo. And I'm getting it reversed now. This is somebody who wants to be in a connection, who wants to get back with somebody. So he wants to get back with you, and I'd probably bet on the fact that at this meetup you guys are gonna do, that he's gonna pour his heart out. He's gonna have some type of romantic gesture, and he's gonna pitch that idea to you. He's gonna want to kind of test it out. So, but if you're open and you're receptive and that's what you want, I feel like he's gonna put all his cards on the table at this meeting. And this is saying that he's worried that you moved on from him. So, good job. Because I love how you just decided to take your power back and move on and just do you, like you mentioned in your message. Let's see what else is going on here. We're definitely going to get you some advice on how to approach this, what's recommended for you. But wow, I mean, bam, this is big. This is a huge energy shift. The chemistry is still really strong between you guys, and I think when you meet up, you guys are going to realize it and be like, oh crap, it's still there. It's still there. It didn't go away. It is still there. And I think it's funny because I think he thought that he could maybe get away, kind of break down, and just kind of let this go. And it's almost like he felt like he needed to punish himself, like it was his fault, like he doesn't deserve love because he messed up, because he lost his job or something. But it doesn't matter. Like, everyone is a work in progress. We're all worthy of love. We don't have to be perfect in order to be in a relationship and receive loves from somebody amazing. And I feel like that maybe that's something he's going to learn in this process. This says let go of control. I think right away, this is a message for you to just let the situation with him happen naturally. Let him take the reins, but obviously draw whatever boundaries it is that you need to draw. Because sometimes when you take someone back that easily after they just decide to leave you and ghost you, it does sometimes show someone that it's okay for them to treat you like that again. There needs to be something that's said or done on your part so that he understands that that's not appropriate. That's not okay. So, good news, good news. Let's see what else is going on. What are his intentions with you? Are his intentions pure? Does he have a good heart? Does he have good motive here? Oh, that's good. Inner peace. Yeah, this is a message. This is a strong message from your guides that you have nothing to be concerned about when it comes to the prospect of reconnecting with your ex, that he has good intentions here. And this says, I am enough. It's funny. It's like the planets are dancing and realigning to bring you guys back together. This is an exception to the rule because it doesn't always work out when people are getting back with their exes. I'll say, in my professional opinion, doing readings and coaching people on love. But if something's meant to be, you know what they say, if you let someone go and they come back, it's meant to be. And so you're definitely getting the proof of that. You're definitely getting, this guy is back, and I have a feeling that he's back for good. You can have peace about his intentions for you. Life purpose. Yeah. I'm getting chills now. It's very possible that this is going to be a man that will stay in your life many years. And when I get the life purpose card, sometimes I even think maybe this is the one. There's maybe a future, maybe marriage potential. And I know you guys were discussing that before, like you mentioned. And so I still think you guys have potential for that. I still think that energy is there. You guys are going to have to gain trust back. Mainly, he needs to earn your trust back. And you're going to have to learn to trust him again. And that could take a little bit of time, but I don't think that this is past repair here. If I were you, I would really just think about whatever boundaries you need to set with him, because he's going to want to come back into this relationship guns blazing and super thirsty. Like, he misses you. And so emotionally, mentally, energetically, and physically, you need to ask yourself before you walk into this meeting, what are you willing to give? What feels right for you? What feels safe for you right now? And you don't have to play games or punish this guy for like leaving you or something. But there's definitely, I would suggest for you to be honest and speak your truth to him and know that you don't have to hold back or anything. Like, I feel like he's ready to hear what you need to say. And you guys have both certainly had a lot of time to think about this. So are there any blocks to this relationship moving forward on your end? And then we'll look into on his end. This says, do you like yourself? I get this card sometimes for people who are really seeking others' approval. And the most important approval to seek is the approval from yourself. When you see yourself differently, when you treat yourself differently, the world reacts to you differently. And I actually think that this is a message that you've spent all of these months already clearing this blockage. This card to me comes out almost as a celebration, as a reminder. of the work that you've already done on yourself. And so this is reminding you as you walk back into this connection to value your self-love over everything else, to make decisions for this relationship and for yourself in this relationship from your center, from your self-love. Blockages on his end to this connection coming back together. Be true to yourself. Wow. I think this is, I don't really think he ever wanted to break up with you. He just thought since everything was going bad in his life that he had to self-sabotage and he had to just be alone, and he didn't deserve or was worthy of your love. So I think he's working on being true to himself and his worthiness. And this is also says, have you ever been abused? I mean, this is personal. I don't want to get too deep into it. I'm not sure if he's opened up to you about this side of his life yet, but sometimes it's normal to want to punish yourself if you're used to being treated like that whenever you mess up. So that could make sense why this is his coping mechanism. So he definitely needs to work on his coping mechanisms for when shit hits the fan in life, because life's going to happen. There's going to be contrast, and when you're in a relationship with someone, learning how to cope with it in a healthy way so that you don't hurt the person you're in a relationship with can be a big thing to work through in a lot of relationships. I think this is something you guys will continue to work through, and maybe he'll be able to get to the bottom of why this was his, why this is his coping mechanism. So, but I honestly feel like this is a really sweet guy. I don't think he has any bad intentions with you, and I think he's ready to reconnect, and there's just very, very good energies here. So what else do you need to know about this energy and about this connection? Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. So this is the Forest Lovers card, or better known as the Lovers card in the traditional tarot. But in this deck, it has a little bit of a twist to it. This card is so perfect for you guys. This is a connection, a message of a connection that is coming back together. This here is the funeral flower, which symbolizes the lily. It's like out of death comes rebirth, a reconnection. I think when you guys come back together, you will be closer and even stronger than you guys ever were before. In a way, this is something that might have needed to happen. I don't think that there's any doubt about the true love you guys have for each other now after this has gone down. And this is a message of your guides teaching you lessons being learned, a cycle being completed, and the arrow points back to this card here. And so, wow, I'm just getting really beautiful messages about this connection coming back together. Messages from your guides and higher self. You asked specifically for messages from your angels regarding this connection. So I'm going to pull from my angel cards here. You know what's funny is we're in Scorpio season, and this is the season, I always say, the mantra for Scorpio season is the truth will be revealed. And that's what we're seeing here for you, is that you're receiving clarity now. You had been wondering all of these months what was really going on with him, what really happened, is this love true? Is he really the one for me? And you're getting clarity on this connection. So this is telling you to have faith in this man's love for you, and also in your love for yourself, the work you've done. You're coming back into this connection stronger. This is the simplicity card. I think that this is your action step. You're the one here who just needs to be open to receive, speak your truth, and draw whatever boundaries that you need to draw so that you can enter back into this relationship slowly and kind of tweak some things a little bit about how you want to reapproach this connection. And they're saying just keep it simple. You really don't have to worry about this. Of course, you'll be a little nervous and excited to see him again, but it's pretty clear what's going to be going down at this meeting. And this is telling you that you are on a beautiful journey right now to manifesting freedom. And you had a taste of freedom. Think about all the things that you've done the past couple months that were so different than the things that you did when you were in the relationship with this guy. Bring that energy into the relationship. The parts of you that you uncovered and that you found that might have been kind of pushed down because of the intense energy of this relationship, things have had time to kind of heal and percolate a little bit. You have received some little gems that you can take back into your connection. Don't forget to continue to pursue this feeling of independence and freedom while you're in a relationship. You're receiving your clarity like we talked about. Your angels are smiling down upon you, and they're sending you healing light. And I just feel like after this full moon, everything is going to switch for you, and you're going to come back with this person and you're going to move forward. It's going to be like a new era in your life. So they're saying, go in peace. Your connection is being rejuvenated. Go forward in peace. Beautiful. So the last thing I'd like to do is pull you a final message from my Journey of Love deck. Those of you who have been getting love readings from me lately know that I love to end my message with reading a little bit from this book. So I hope you enjoy. So final message for you in love. Oh, we're getting 2 cards. Look at this. Coming together. What? That is so crazy. So you and your ex, you guys are coming together. Coming back together. And then we're getting this card. I love the image on this card. It reminds me of like Iceland or something. It's so beautiful. So within nothing, there is everything. From a point of stillness, a moment, a complete universe is opening up to you, endlessly expanding. Your every thought and intention sends ripples of consciousness through the universe. What a creative being you are. You are sending consciousness into motion, bringing your creation into being, with every inner desire, with every whispered wish. The universe receives your yearning and aspirations with open arms, returning them to you as manifestation in your life. This is so crazy because you specifically mentioned that in your message to me that you were working on manifesting this connection with your ex. Like you wanted to reconnect with them, but then after a while you realized that you needed to just let it go. I think it's pretty crazy because that's the final step in the manifestation process. Manifesting a specific person is a little bit tricky because everyone has free will and sometimes it's just really not meant to be, But I love how in your case, this was something that was really placed on your heart and you went through the process and then eventually surrendered it. And here it is. You created space for this situation to be healed behind the scenes. So this says, what is really in your heart? Open your arms, sigh, speak your heart truth aloud to the loving universe and receive it as your destiny manifesting now. And I also think this is a message for how you should approach the meeting with your ex because it says, speak your heart truth out loud. Whoa, okay, I'm tripping. This message. This card brings you a message. Something that you want is on its way to you. It may seem to be coming out of nowhere. No sign on the horizon to give you hope, yet it is coming to you anyway. It is spiritual law that you cannot be denied the manifestation of your heart's desire. Trust and remain open to the tide of universal love rushing toward you, swelling within you now. That's it. Beautiful. I hope that this message resonated with you. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this on the channel and having that idea. It's been a long time since somebody's requested to share their reading on the channel. And so for those of you guys who are watching, I hope that you enjoy it as well. Thank you once again for your support to the person that purchased this reading from me. Every time you purchase a reading, it helps me and allows me to be able to continue to make free content and put it out on my channel. And I just want to thank you so much for that. And I will see you next time. Peace out.